Fiore Actorio, the half-orc bard, played by our magical friend SG, and then there is Echo, played by Bull.
Thank you.
Over here in the corner is Sion's brother Simon.
Oh yeah, he's having a drink last time.
He's being an asshole, is what he's being.
What Cat said. What Cat said.
I mean, to be fair, you guys have only ever seen him through the lens of Sion.
True.
For all you know, he could be a really nice guy when he's not near his sister.
Fair.
Fair.
Eh. Well, I mean, so far the only person he's sworn at is his sister.
Yeah.
Not that any of you guys would know that he was swearing, since none of you have sign language.
Well, to be fair, we can't tell if he's a nice person or not. He barely interacts with us.
Very correct.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I am simply saying you don't know. Okay, so SG OBS is working?
Yep.
Woo!
All right, let's go ahead and get this ball a-rolling, folks. All right, where last we left off, Master Scribe Oberex, the Chief Scribe of Guild Taurus, had given you guys a quest to get a Rosetta Stone-like rubbing from the walls of an ancient fortress. He had given you some basic directions saying go north via the main road until you hit the small trading town called River Blue Crossing. Then you just go west, following the river for a while. You can't miss it. It sits on top of a hill.
All right.
Alright.
So, right now you guys are in a Three Steins tavern. What do you guys want to do?
If I'm correct, from that we're to go to like an abandoned fortress, was that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless we have reason to hang around here, I say we get a move on.
Indeed.
What he said.
First thing in the morning. I assume it's at night because we're here.
I just think a tavern is a great place to start a session.
Well, also, to be fair, we basically ended it at night last time, so... I would think it would be the morning after.
Yeah, you guys would say it's probably a little bit after lunch, maybe 1:30 in the afternoon. You guys have just kind of been kicking around for the last day or for the last few hours. Getting together supplies, things like that. Because while you guys are going along one of the 8 main roads of the Corwayan Coalition, you might not want to pay the huge upcharged meals that they sell on the line.
Tourist trap.
You could say that again.
Alright.
So, one of you guys, I don't care who, has a large scroll. It's about 8 feet long, and a thick piece of charcoal wrapped in paper.
If you don't mind, the calligrapher will have it.
Is anybody going to argue?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Great. So the calligrapher has a very long, has a large scroll and a stick of charcoal. So, Kat, before you leave, Simon signs that if any of the other people you guys sent request to arrive, he'll send them your way. He thinks something was wrong with Uncle Derek's death, and he wants to look into it a bit more.
Okay. I just nod at him and then stick my tongue out at him.
He does very similarly, but he also does that very childish, like, opens his eye a little bit more. You know, mocking the fact you don't have fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yep. Then he kind of just, like, vanishes into the night.
You mean the day?
You're not sure how, but he found a dark alley. You're not
Okay,
sure
then.
how.
He's a dark soul.
He disappeared into the night, even though it's daytime. Okay.
Yep. I mean, nobody ever said he wasn't overly dramatic.
All right.
Well, we know
Alright.
who's in Drama Club.
I mean, he's a guy who literally runs around with knives across his chest and vials of brightly colored liquids. Drama just kind of it just kind of comes out of this guy. You'd almost say he was compensating for the fact he can't talk. Alrighty, so you guys are gonna go ahead and head north?
Yeah.
North.
Alrighty, so first 6 hours, pretty basic. The roads around Wheel are very well traveled and have been cobbled. So they're actually fairly nice to walk on, as far as you guys are cool with. You know, it's no dirt trail and you're thankful for that. You pass many traders, many farmers just kind of bringing in their weekly attempt at selling things. You know, all the basic things you'd expect such a large city as Wheel to have just kind of going on. The 6 hours gets you guys maybe an hour beyond the furthest farm that belongs to Wheel. There's no real taverns or inns this close to town. There's just kind of like cleared areas for you guys to settle down for the night. You know, there's a pre-made campfire pit. There's some chopped logs that are meant to be used as benches, things like that. Since it's spring, not midsummer, which is the high trading season, you have your pick of one that's right against the road, one that's a little bit further off the road through a narrow trail, and then one that you can't see the road from at all. So, which one do you guys want to use? Or do you want to try and push on through the rest of the night?
There's no real need to push on for the rest of the night.
Yeah,
I would suggest the middle option, though.
yeah, basic. Yeah, a little bit clear, but not too far from the road in case we have to book it real fast.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
All right, you guys set it up. Campfire is easily made. There's a nice stack of wood that's kind of like take a stick, leave a stick mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have quickly a campfire going, roaring in that fire pit. Do you guys want to set a watch or just go ahead and go to sleep for the night?
I mean, somebody should keep watch probably for half the night.
I don't mind taking the latter 4 hours, as I only need 4 myself.
I'm not sure how much sleep I need, but I'll be willing to take a shift.
And I'll take the shift as well. So,
You can
Who's-
take watches as part of your long rest.
Yes, you can. It's assumed that you'll be on watch about 2 hours out of your 8, and you'll still get your full. You'll get your full long rest.
That picture's awesome.
I found it. That's what I was talking about last session.
Ah. That's a pretty good one.
I finally
That's
found
awesome.
it. Yeah, Sion will take a watch as well.
Okay, so we've got Reginald pulling the latter half of the night, Sion pulling one, and was it Litrix who wanted to take the other?
yeah.
All right.
Just to add an extra measure of security, Reginald will ward the area.
Okay, I know you're there. Okay, you're able to do the area with contained within the clearing. There's a couple of small edges you can't get a hold of since it's actually a fairly sizable area,
Mhm.
but you guys are fairly safe for the night. However, I would like first, Litrix, go ahead and give me a d20.
Okay.
Awesome.
Ouch.
Done. Damn.
No!
It.
Okay,
Rocks fall.
now go ahead and roll me 2d6.
I
Time to fight wolves.
I think
You
it's
always-
gonna be worse than that.
You fall asleep 60 minutes into your shift.
Uh-oh.
Sion, go ahead and give me a d20 based on perception. Or go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay, you want one or the other?
Perception. It makes more sense.
Oh, thank fuck! I have +5.
So do I.
You wake up when you were supposed to, about 2 hours into the night, and see the lizard man sitting on a bench, snoring.
Time to mess with them.
Don't.
How did you know that's what Sion would do?
It's
God, I
almost
hate
like
you.
they've seen you act around your brother. All right, what do you guys do?
I sneak up behind him
Okay.
You're gonna kick me, aren't you?
and I scream in his ear.
Uh-oh.
All
God, I hate
right.
you.
Go ahead and give me 2d20, Micken.
I hate you.
Okay. And now go ahead and roll a d8. Okay, you leap you leap to your left, dodging the fire by less than a foot, and end up ass over tea kettle.
Nailed it.
John Almighty.
You take no damage, but you are quite embarrassed.
Does anybody
Okay, how
wake
long
up
was my
during-
shift supposed to be?
2 hours. You fell
I made it
asleep
halfway.
an hour. Yeah, you made it halfway. Hence the reason I put you rolling 2d6. It was every number was 10 minutes. So
Ow.
if you'd rolled gotten 2 6s, you would have been falling asleep just as Sion woke up.
Right.
But you fell asleep an hour early, so Sion, go ahead and give me a d20.
Oh no.
One.
I
4.
wasn't close.
Fuck
Okay.
you.
Go ahead and roll me 4d6.
Oh boy.
You make it to the end of your shift, but you are dead on your feet for whatever reason. It might be the fact that you've never slept under the stars. It might be the fact you're not used to hearing the hustle and bustle of a big city. You're tired, but you make it to our friendly neighborhood wizard, Reginald, waking up.
He opens his eyes from his meditation, pops open the spell book, and keeps an eye around the place.
Okay, go ahead and roll me 2d20s.
It's one a perception check.
Nope, just 2d20s.
Alright.
Okay. You safely make it through the evening without feeling too tired.
Okay.
It was a d20 for every shift you were covering to see if you fell asleep during either of them.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no, the
Jesus,
perception
well
check was to
rested.
see if I noticed that Micken's character was asleep.
Yeah. No, it was to make sure you woke up on time
Ah.
Because I passed out.
because Micken wasn't awake to wake you up. Reginald didn't need to roll it to see if he woke up on time because he was getting to the end of his cycle anyway.
Exactly. That transability. It's bullshit.
A little bit.
Anyway.
So,
Ow.
and there we go. It's morning. The birds sing. You hear swearing from a nearby farm. What do you guys do?
Make our way north still.
To the farm.
No.
Why?
But no, we're going to the city.
I need your help, though.
Or not city.
Okay.
Yeah, you're continuing north on the road.
Mhm.
Great. Your day goes pretty quietly. You only see a handful of wagons. Again, it's pretty early in the season. You know, it's late March kind of area. So everybody's very busy with making sure the planting's going well. The animals that have had calves or lambs aren't going to die. So you don't really pass much. But towards the end of the night, you guys do come across an actual inn. It's a little bit of a kind of a mom and pop store shop almost, pretty small.
Mhm.
But their beds appear to be clean, and they're reasonable at only a couple of silver a person a night.
Okay. Yeah, Richie will break a gold for some food, drink, and a nice bed.
It's 2 silver for the whole shebang.
Oh, for everyone.
No, for the food, for the food, the sleep, the breakfast. They don't charge the meals individually. They just you're gonna be here from now till dawn.
Done and done.
2
How many
silvers.
gold? How
It would
many
be,
gold?
it's 2 silver, which is it's 10 silver to a gold.
There's
So you'd mark 1 less gold and 8 more silver.
right.
Okay.
I'm doing the same.
Like I said, it's the only problem you guys have is Sion is a horse. How you guys want to play that?
So if you traveled about, do you know what to do?
What do you think?
You're asking me this, but you're a horse talking to me.
Okay,
As you are, then. And Reginald walks to the bar and gets food and
my
drink.
character asks, who here probably thinks they could persuade the innkeeper or whatever to let her sleep in here?
I've got 2 for persuasion.
Because
mean,
it isn't gonna be me.
Reginald's already left.
Yeah. The food is simple but filling. It's not served in a traditional bowl. It's kind of like a bread trencher, you'd say. And it's just filled with meat and cheese and stuff. You're expected to eat the
awesome.
whole thing.
Nice.
Noise.
So, and for you, it's done. Sion, what do you want to do? You are a horse.
I know I'm a horse.
So, are you going to go into the stables? Are you going to try and push for a room?
They're not paying attention to me, are they?
You're just a horse.
The rest of the party.
Um,
I'm watching your character to make sure nothing crazy happens.
I only just got dessert and got back, so I don't know what's going on.
you guys are in an inn for the night. It's an inn, and Cat is playing Sion the horse,
Right.
Yeah.
who is a horse.
Right.
I love
And
this.
this isn't a tavern that knows of
Her.
her condition.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Micken's watching me. In which case, can I sneak off to the stables without them noticing?
Go ahead and Micken, give me a perception check, and Cat, give me a stealth check.
This is gonna be fun. Yeah. No.
Ouch. Ouch.
So
Nope.
yep. So you slip off, and Micken, you see her go around the side of the building. Do you want to do anything about it, or let it go?
I've already paid for the night, so they can't revoke my room if I walk outside for a minute, right?
No. In
Okay,
fact,
I
that's
walked-
where the toilets are. So
I
Oh.
walked outside for a second to keep an eye on her. Because last
Okay.
time she pulled this stunt, or kept her mouth shut, I had got beat up by a bunch of guys at the bar.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
okay, I am going to go ahead and need an additional stealth and perception check from you guys respectively. Since she broke eye contact. Okay? You see everything.
Ow. Wow.
Doesn't matter.
Ow!
You see, you with your magic lizard eyes see Sion slip into the stables and like carefully close the door behind her so it doesn't look like it's ever been opened. You hear some kind of snuffling from the other horses and a whinny or two, and then it gets quiet again.
You don't make it look like we're stealing you, aren't you? I know this.
Oh boy, she's gonna get us in trouble.
Right. Does anybody else want to do anything tonight?
Is there a stage in this inn that I?
There is a small cleared area in one corner. You'd say it's probably like this area.
All right. I'd like to go up to barkeep and ask him, "Good sir, if you would permit, I would like to practice some. I would like to practice some song and maybe possibly exchange that for me or maybe a room. Would you be game with that?"
Oh, you're one of the Soyons, are ya?
Yes.
Do you got your badge? You have a badge.
Yes. Yes. My badge is right here.
He kind of eyes it up a little bit. All right then. Yeah. You do. You sing for 2 hours, and you get meal for tonight. You get in bed for the night, and you get a meal in the morning, and you get a handshake from me when you leave.
Okay, sounds good. Let us see what I can do.
All right. Go ahead and give me 4 perform checks.
4 performance checks in a row. Damn.
1 for each half hour you're playing. As any musician will know, it gets difficult after a while to keep up with it.
All right. So
Starts off
do another
rusty.
Yep, go ahead and give me 2 more. 1.
Ouch.
Okay. So you start a little bit rusty, but you expected that.
Mhm.
This isn't an area you've been to very much. And the last time you were here, you were very much brand new.
Mhm.
So you don't know the local songs. You start with a couple of the basic ones. And then about the 30-minute mark, you start getting into the swing of it. You remember a couple of the songs that Taluk was singing last time you guys came through this area. The middle half hour, you got them going. Everybody's tapping their feet. A couple people are singing along. You end a little bit rough. You end up going with some weird historical ballad you heard one time. And nobody knows who the fuck King Aberic IV was. You know, especially seeing as you're on the wrong continent for the king to matter.
Right. Oh, man,
So
I
it ends.
think
It,
I
so
think
it ends.
it's pumped by popular demand for that.
Whoops.
Damn it. Shit.
And
Oh, well.
that's legitimately what I'm using right now is your by popular demand ability.
All right.
In spite of you not popping it up, I am still kind of using it.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
your night ends a little rough. You might want to take that the ballad of that king off your list.
Right.
Okay.
At least when you're on the continent of near, far you might get a better reception. But all the same, you finish. You get you've had a couple of beers over this time to keep your whistle wet.
Mhm.
He passes you a trencher filled with food, a bigger stein of beer. Gives you a small key that looks more like a latch, like something to pop a latch than an actual key.
Uh-huh.
Tells you, all right then, you're in room 7.
Right. Thank you, good sir.
I'll see you in the morning.
And at this
And he just-
moment,
Oh, go for it.
sorry, I was gonna say, after SG's character is done playing, my character comes back in. After making sure.
You would have come in over an hour and a half ago. Because you
Ah.
got to remember,
At
SG's
some
been
point during
playing
the
for
performance.
2 hours. Yeah, you came in like 90 minutes or so ago.
Okay, I came back in then.
Yeah, you came in about the time the song started getting good. So, because you got to remember, SG's been doing this for 2 hours.
Right after that. And while he was performing, I went up to the inn owner and let him know that we put a horse in the stable.
Oh, right, then that'd be 2 more silver.
All right, that's fine.
All right, go ahead and mark that down. But otherwise, he now knows you have a horse in the stable.
Yeah, which means she can't pull shit.
You make assumptions.
I'm assuming out of wisdom here.
You're hoping.
Yeah,
But
you're very-
the rest of the night goes quietly. There's no
Alright.
drunkards to fight. Everybody just seems to be just a little bit tipsy. You could tell that these are mostly like farmers who are just taking a day off or something of the like. They're relaxing. They're not here to get shit faced because they just got fired or something.
Right.
So nobody's looking for a fight.
All right.
So rest of the night goes nice and quietly, unless you guys want to go start some trouble.
No.
Mm.
Okay, I've got 2 no's.
No trouble.
I'll behave.
4.
Find trouble.
That's majority.
There was really one you were looking for, though.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, there's only one that I should count here.
All right. And with that, we're going to go ahead and fast forward a few hours to around dawn. You guys all wake up to the sound of people clanking pots and yelling at each other about, the porridge is too cold, god damn it. By the 9 and the many young, by the 9 elder and the many young gods, get that damn porridge cooked or I'm going to kick you out of my goddamn kitchen. Things to that equivalent. It's loud enough none of you can sleep through it.
Ouch.
But
Bustling place. Original says to himself as he leaves his room.
so, you guys are all expected to give back your latch keys, and in exchange for the latch key, you get a big bowl of porridge with dried fruit on top. It's mostly apples, maybe a few currants, black currants, and you think there might be a little bit of pear, but pear isn't really isn't native to the area, so you're not surprised there isn't much.
Quite the hearty meal as well.
Well, yes, there's always that. We don't want our what's the damned word? Patrons. That's the word. We don't want our patrons to go home hungry. Gives us a bad name.
Indeed.
Understandable.
But good for me. And he goes
And-
sits down.
Yep. And each of you was also passed a either a glass of watered wine or a tankard of small ale. What these are basically is instead of giving you straight water, which could have gone foul, they would pour about a quarter of a stein of ale or wine into it. So you can't get drunk off of it no matter how hard you try.
At the same time, it sort of disinfects it.
It keeps it safe and it gives it some flavor.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll go with the wine.
It doesn't really matter which one. It's I'm
Yeah.
telling you that you had the option. But
Okay.
now we have to go outside of the inn to the stables.
Oh God.
I hope this
Sion.
situation is stable.
So you're woken up a little bit earlier than the rest of them by you think it might be their son, since it's such a small family-run organization. He's about 15, still kind of the long-armed, gangly teen. But he's feeding all the horses what you think is hot mash, which is just steamed oats in a bucket.
You know what? I was gonna say set it up before you started. I was gonna say the fruit for her, but
It's
Okay.
mixed in pretty thoroughly.
oh,
It's not like sprinkled on top. It's part of the porridge.
oh.
So
Never mind then.
there's 7 other horses. Most of them or 7 other beasts of burden besides you in the stable. 3 mules and then 4 horses. It looks like 2 cart horses and then 2 riding horses. So the guy's just kind of working his way from the back. You're towards the front of the stable. it was not a warm night, because remember, if you were to put the city of Wheel and replace a place in America with it, it would be around St. Louis.
Right.
And this is St. Louis in mid-March.
So I'm just
So-
full of shit.
Not warm. So, Missouri? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Yep.
It's about the middle of the country, but because it's by a river, it gets kind of cold. So, it was not a super pleasant night, but there were several blankets just kind of tossed over top of the stable wall that you were able to kind of shuffle into and get comfortable. So, weird.
You're weird.
No, I'm getting some weird like feedback on my icon. So he's working his way from the back to the front. You're pretty sure you'll be the last horse fed. What do? Remember, you are a horse dressed in the vestments of the zealot.
Oh
Does
yeah.
she have chainmail on too?
I don't know. Do you, Cat?
What does my sheet say?
You should.
Yes.
Okay, so not only is she in the
Bargain.
vestments of the zealot, she is wearing chainmail.
Amazing.
This farm boy is gonna be so confused.
So he's just kind of feeding the horses, checking their water, breaking the ice in a couple of places. And then he stops in front of you. Well, I don't remember who you are. You weren't here this last night. Huh. I gotta go make more. And he just kind of turns and he kind of shuffles out. And maybe 5 or 6 minutes later comes back with another bucket of hot mash. Well, let's see. Crap. Where is it? He digs around and he finds a feed bag to put the mash into, and he starts to put it over your head so you can eat comfortably.
I sort of duck out of the way and like guide his hands to the peg next to the door so it hangs.
He doesn't get that far. He thinks you're just being a horse. Well, you've got a wild spirit, don't you? Get back here, you little... Oh, give me 2 seconds.
Wow.
You're a
1,
horse.
2.
Saw that coming.
So, anyway. So he kind of goes again, tries to get it over your head, and this time he's trying to shuffle you against a... You have less room.
Can I try to grab the strap with my teeth to hang it up myself?
Yes. Go ahead and make an attack check. Go ahead and attack.
Attack with what?
Teeth?
Make an unarmed weapon attack. It would be with your teeth.
But then, she's
That's
not
all
trying to
I
bite him.
have.
That's fine. You go ahead and you reach for it. You get a hold of it for about 2 seconds, but he pulls it out of your teeth. Who taught you? Never had a more spirited horse. And he just kind of mumbles to himself and like pours it into a bucket and just put the bucket in front of you and leaves. Fine, if that's the way you want to be. And just kind of takes off.
Fine by me. Does the bucket have a strap on it?
It has a small metal handle, yes.
Yeah, no, I hang that metal handle up and just start eating.
Okay.
Wow.
Mumbling bitch underneath my breath.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, everybody's fed, everybody's warm. Some people had a more interesting breakfast than others. But everybody but Cat is currently outside of the inn, ready to continue their day. Do you escort yourself out of the stable, Cat, or do you wait for somebody to come get you?
Oh no, I definitely escort myself out and just sort of slam my back hoof to close the door.
All right. So as you close the door, it rattles in its doorway. Frame. That's the word. Words are hard. I'm only speaking for
Mouth words
many
are hard. That's
All right.
all.
So,
I
and you guys
roll-
are able... Oh, go for it.
I was gonna say, did we hear the door rattle, or does anybody hear it?
No, you hear it. She's not being subtle.
Right,
You guys are right in front of the inn waiting for Sion.
right.
So you hear the thump, rattle, 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 rattle.
All right.
Well, sounds like Sion's ready to go.
About time.
Yeah, well, I was about to say.
I walk around the corner, look straight at Mickens' character, and just say, "You're welcome," and then continue walking past them.
My character puts his hands there and bows and just goes, "Thank you."
All right, and you guys continue into the March morning.
Alright.
So, you guys arrive at the trading town of River Blue Crossing as dusk approaches this evening.
Right.
River Blue Crossing is a mid-sized trading town that hugs both the River Blue and the main trade route north that you have been traveling. Old wooden docks hug both sides of the river, though none are within 50 meters of the pre-cataclysm bridge the trade route uses to cross the river. Though it is harder to tell than in Wheel, the north side of the river is the nicer part of town, with shingled roofs predominating compared to the thatched ones south of the river. The town is quite quiet, at least until you guys enter what's called the Southern Square, a weekly market square that also contains the town jail and is centered by this town's gallows. Around these gallows is a crowd of 50 or so townsfolk, all screaming things like, "Kill him! Kill the bastard! Baby killer! Da 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 da!" At the man standing on the gallows. One is the executioner, a hulking orc or half-orc in the black hood of his profession. The other is a scruffy man from one of the cities of Garad, a nation. The Nation of Stone is what you guys traditionally call it. And that is the main nation to the north of the Corwayan Coalition.
Okay.
So this means instead of the kind of red-brown clay color that you guys see in most of the humans from the Corwayan Coalition, his skin is more the color of sandstone. It's got a kind of a yellowish-brown tone to it.
Okay.
Alright.
His
Wait a
hair...
Sorry. The guy being hung is from the Nation of Stone?
Yes. And yes, that is where you come from.
That's why I'm saying I'm not keep my mouth shut.
So he's very scruffy with a long, scraggly beard and the normal color of that area, which is kind of a dusty brown. Have you ever seen like somebody who was like wearing brown pants and then went on a dusty road all day? That's
Yeah.
about the color you get for his hair and his beard.
Huh.
At least you're pretty sure he's from Garad. It's hard to tell through the massive amount of bruising covering his body. As the executioner sets the noose around his neck, the condemned man begins to speak. "You may kill me, you filthy peasants, and send me to Kurot. But I am only one finger, and my death will stop nothing." With that, the trapdoor falls open, ending his speech. If anybody wants to give me a religion check, you can find out who the hell Kurot is.
Sure.
No, I've got
Religion.
probably nothing for religion.
Hey, 21!
I still roll a
I don't
14,
have to.
what?
Does that look knows of other gods?
Well, it would make sense. You have to know who is lesser than you.
Duh.
Okay, so Kurot is a young god known mostly for his worship of necromancers. He's a god of undeath and kind of corruption. Oh.
Joy, 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 joy.
So, yeah,
Joy.
you also know Karot is actually a very...
Cut
Oh,
out.
sorry, you cut up for a sec.
yeah,
Road is also something.
very weak god amongst the young gods. The Zealot, if you were going to go ahead and put him in, like, levels, he's about a level 14
Mhm.
on a scale of 1 to 20,
Okay.
with 20 being the guy, Veloquin the Traveler.
Mhm.
Karot might be level 4.
Got it.
Alright.
Very restricted in his worship, very restricted in how he can be worshipped. And even most necromancers choose to worship one of the Silent Brothers or the Raven King over Karot, usually, as they are more powerful gods.
Somebody's making moves in this town.
So, what do you guys do with this new information of a worshiper of the god of necromancers being hung in the town square?
Well, we're going north to Aboriginal says this to the party. We're going north to an abandoned fortress.
It was to the west up here.
Alright, yes, west. We're going to an abandoned fortress. I would brace yourselves for potential undead.
Note, you guys are actually not going any further north. You are at the River Blue.
Mhm.
You were to go west from the River Blue
He
until you
corrected
hit...
himself.
Okay. So, do you guys want to talk to anybody? It is getting towards dark.
My character reflects on what the guy said, and that's about it for me.
Okay.
Suggest to the others we might want to find an inn for tonight.
SG, go ahead and give me a D20 really quick.
Oh no. Oh, so are we still supposed to be staring at the end?
Yes, because I'm not going to make an entire scene
No,
for something that
understandable.
you're not
I'm
fighting.
just, I'm just double checking shit. Okay.
Yeah, no. You guys are not going to... You guys will pretty soon be shifting to a new location.
Okay.
But I didn't want to make a bunch of like
No,
campsites and
understandable.
squares and things.
Understandable. I was just double checking.
Right.
It's just a nice neutral scene.
Right.
All right, SG, you've been to River Blue Crossing before.
Alright.
When Master Tuluk was teaching you the way of things your first 6 or 8 months, about halfway through that you came through River Blue Crossing and you stayed at all 4 inns.
Alright.
Because Master Tuluk wanted you to get used to all different kinds of crowds. So there are two inns in the southern part of town and 2 inns in the north part of town. The southernmost inn is called the Blind Goat. The furthest south inn and the cheapest of all, at only about 5 copper pieces for a spot on the floor or 5 silver to rent one of the 3 rooms upstairs, each of which has 4 beds. The town's seedier citizens often drink here, though Ola, the inn's owner, keeps the clientele on their best behavior. North of that, right along the river, is the Wharf Rat. The Wharf Rat sits along the southern bank of the River Blue, its outer deck leaning over the river itself. Run by the curt former sailor Three Finger Cody, who has all 10 of his fingers still. The Rat is frequented almost exclusively by sailors. The rooms are almost always full, and at 9 silver per person per night, you may wish to find other lodgings. On the north side, across the river, you have the Smith's Forge. Built from a defunct smithy just north of the River Blue, the Smith's Forge is less of a tavern and more of an open-air cafe with rooms in the back. And then finally, you have the Silver Platter. The Silver Platter is a snooty restaurant made into an inn. Ritzy waiters guide clients to magically privatized booths or rooms. Without a reservation, there is no way to get in. You were able to relay this information very effectively to the party.
Okay, cool.
To the best of your memory, which one do you think would most likely not involve us getting into a bar fight?
I was about to say, considering our party, I would say either the third or the first or the third option might be our best bet for the night.
What was the one where they teach the clientele on their behavior?
That would be the blind goat.
That one, according to you, sounds. Now define best behavior.
If you don't do what I fucking tell you to do, I'm gonna bust your head and put you in the fucking river.
Okay, so Boston Irishman.
We're gonna make you bleed out in a boat. You understand?
And that's explained. I looked over at Shion.
It's Sion.
Damn, I don't remember how to say the name. Give me a break.
You're fine.
Yeah.
I looked over
I'm
at
looking
her.
right back at you and just kind of give you this inquisitive look like, can I talk now?
I mean, no, you guys are still in the southern square. The 50 people who watched the gallows display are now starting to kind of disseminate back into town. A few are walking by.
You act like I care. They might, but
Well, I don't know about you. I don't know as far as a night's stay, but the Sailor Bar seems to be the place to get information, at least rumors. Sailors do like to gossip.
True.
Fair point.
Wasn't there like 9 gold though?
Uh,
9 silver pieces per person per bed.
Oh, I have
So
not
basically
interested.
1 gold.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sean, what's your character's name?
Just call me Actorio.
Actorio. I could head there with you, and we could see if we could persuade some of the patrons to loosen their lips.
That might work.
Titan,
Correct, yes.
could I ask,
thanks,
can I
smartass.
get you to go through each of the sheets and make at least the character names?
That would be helpful.
See what I can do.
Like,
Or make the bulletin thing. Like
I
how you did the NPCs and the job.
Yeah,
Just make
I
one a
can-
player equals name.
Yeah. I could do that.
Here. I was gonna say, if you two are going to a different inn, then maybe we could split off into groups. See what we can
So-
learn.
sounds good to me. It's best to split when gathering information,
True.
just not for a fight.
Yeah.
Well, we're
who's
not
going where?
looking for a fight right now, so we should be safe.
Indeed.
What would you recommend would be a good ball for me and her? I'm going with Cat's character because just call me paranoid.
Hi, paranoid. I'm Cat.
I'm trying to
Was
think,
it
like,
hype
where-
and I? Cool.
All right. Where do you guys want to go?
Looks like me
Huh?
and you're heading to the Sailor's Bar to gather information. Not necessarily to stay.
All right. We will give me 2 seconds, and I will, because I just want to get these last couple ones written out real quick for you.
Well, if that's the case, I'll wait till the character sheet thing is done so I can say the name right. But me and Cat's
Hell, we could do
character.
is change our Roll20 names.
True.
Good.
How do I do that?
You go to the cog where it's options, my settings, and display name.
Ah,
I've already set mine to Reginald, and then brackets my actual name.
That's my character's name.
Oh, I see.
balls.
Oh, your name's Balls? No.
My name's Ass. I don't know what's going on.
Balls in the ass.
All right, there you go. You now have a list that states character.
Oh, so that's why I use brackets.
Mark. Okay. At this time, we'll go ahead and
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Monkey, I didn't mean your actual name. I meant character name. First,
no, his
and
his
then, like...
yeah his character name is Mark Pound.
Ah, okay, that's right, Mark. I got confuzzled.
That is
Yeah,
not
no,
my name.
he chose a very normal name. My name's Mark. All right.
I'm a human. What?
Oh, I know. It's a totally normal name. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and we will start with our the bard and the elf walk into a bar called the Wharf Rat.
That's a setup of a bad joke.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you guys walk into the Wharf Rat. The gentleman behind the bar is who you is SG. You recognize as Three Finger Cody. Again, all 10 fingers are accounted for.
As they walk towards the barkeep, Reginald will whisper, "I'll follow your lead." As this is him like narratively trying to say, "I'll give you assistance on whatever you need," like
Okay.
mechanic.
That's
So,
fine.
do you have perception or persuasion? Sorry.
I've got 2 for persuasion.
All right. So, Three Finger Cody's wiping out a mug with a kind of dirty-looking rag. Looks up, sees the Scions of Sargash patch you have on your chest. Oh, good. The fuck is a body doing here? The fuck you did here? I don't owe you money, do I?
No, sir, you do not.
Good, good. Then we can be friends. What you want?
What do you?
You want a bar? You want a beer? You want what do you want? I think I still should have some fish stew in the back. You might not want that.
How bad could fish stew be?
I'm pretty sure the fish are alive.
Wow.
That says it all.
I still have to remember that one for later. Anyway, so what do you want me to ask this guy?
You just say that to my character.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Yes.
I think Reginald picked the wrong person to take the lead.
No, wait,
I'm not. I was asking the bard for help.
yeah. Well, like, outside note, I'm not the best with role play.
It's okay. It's time to learn.
It's totally fine, dude. Remember, until your character says something, time is paused.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If you take 20 minutes, time's gonna start moving forward. But I'm not gonna go, oh, you've been sitting here not talking 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Mhm.
Looking at you funny.
So SG, Reginald's looking for rumors from the sailors or the tavern master about what's been going on around here. If there's any news on the abandoned fort, necromancers.
Okay.
He was hoping the bard would help, or he could help the bard get this information.
Right. Okay, so I'll ask the barkeep, what are the latest rumors going on around town?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for.
Anything?
I mean, there's the guy we ended up fucking hanging. That was fucking awesome. That was a fucking thing.
Yeah, he's still not on the way in.
Oh, he's the 4th one this week.
That's impressive, actually.
Fucking child killers. Bastards.
I'd have to agree. Anyway, we're looking for information on either necromancers or the abandoned fort. What do you have to share?
Okay, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
I'm helping you.
I want to put that
So
in
no
for
advantage.
the.
Yeah,
I
no,
want-
it's without advantage because he just walked up to a barkeep and said, "You got any rumors for me?" Okay,
I want to word it that better. Like we're going to the fort near here.
it's totally fine. We're gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of gives you a confused look. You know that look of somebody like their whole face scrunches a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gives you that kind of look. Oh no. There've been less ships coming from the west lately. It's not good for the town.
Fog.
Oh,
Why did that start?
couple, I don't know, maybe 10 weeks ago. Some sailors have been going missing lately. I mean, I only remembered when fucking Jimmy Three Toes ended up disappearing. Bastard still owed me fucking 5 gold.
Ooh.
But that's probably nothing. They're probably just fleeing the fucking taskmasters on the fucking wharf. That happens.
Sailors go missing. That has to be unusual, because
It's not that unusual.
oh,
It's the season. You get new fucking bosuns and stuff, and they just don't understand that for every stick there's got to be a carrot. And from about, you'd say, over here-ish,
yeah.
you hear a guy call, "No! Nobody's fucking left! Nobody's fucking left! They just disappeared!"
Disappeared.
Reginald spins around in his seat.
Yeah.
Rick?
And he'll get up and start walking over.
Which character was it?
Gentleman here.
Bing!
Ding. Okay, thank you.
Disappeared, you say?
Yes, I disappeared. He's a really small, like, mousy man. Not the kind of guy you'd expect to be a sailor, even one who works the barges on a river.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
Monsters.
disappeared. They go drinking, they don't come back.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody finds the body. So we can't even say it, nobody killed them.
My word. Friends of yours have gone missing? How many?
Well, they're not friends, they're crewmates. A few? He's counting on his fingers. Four? 4 from my ship alone? Our crews are only like 15.
Oh, although what sort of time? Like, we talking months, or...?
We pulled in
Recent.
2 weeks ago.
And your co-workers, they stayed here on the ship?
They stay on the ship, but they go out drink. They don't come back from drinking. We assume they get a fucking whore, but when they don't show up for 3 nights, nobody's got that much money for that much whore.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if it was one of them, I'd say, yeah, he was probably not, like, doing good on the field. But if all of them left, hell, our bosun's missing. Bosun is practically a sergeant, almost.
Mhm.
You got your captain, your first mate. Bosun is kind of a middling rank, where he's above the standard crew and kind of a taskmaster.
Mm-hmm. Like, he's the intermediary between, like, the officers and the crew.
Usually, yes. But he's also usually the taskmaster, the enforcer, kind of the guy who beats people into shape and into line.
Don't imagine it's easy for a bosun to go missing.
Wait, what? Could you give me a rough description of these men? Maybe some names? I'd like to look into this.
Well, there's bosun Philip. He's a big man, I mean, and I don't mean big as in, tall, I mean fat.
Mhm.
He never could stop eating his sweets. There was Tim. I don't know anything else about Tim. He just looks like a guy. Like, brown hair. He's Corwan. The red brown skin, the black hair, that stuff. There's Jamie. He disappeared. He's Garrod. So, he's got the sand color. He's pretty big. Like, wide, almost as wide as he is tall. And then there's Jim. Jim's from the south, so he's got that that kind of dusty color to him. Anything else you want to ask him?
No. Reginald may do this with another table. See if there's just like this is also happening to them.
You're getting very similar answers. The names change, but the circumstances don't.
Mm-hmm.
They say they get to shore leave. They say, I'm gonna go drinking and maybe get a whore. Then they don't come back the next morning.
Okay. I think we found what we're looking for.
What have you?
It was sorry, the barkeep's name was Three Finger Jim.
Cody.
Cody. Master Cody.
Yeah?
What sort of security you got around here?
He pulls out a large club filled with covered in nails. He's all the security I need.
I see. He gives him a nod and, I don't know, puts the silver on the table for the drink.
The drink is piss water. Like, you can barely stand to drink it.
And puts a copper on the table for the drink he had.
Click. Enough.
Alright. Reginald looks at, Octoria.
That would only... Monkey, that would only work if I said hoeing, not whoring.
Octoria, you good here?
Yeah, I can't think of anything, so we ask.
Alright. So as Reggie and Octoria walk out, Reginald will start explaining that there may be a correlation between the experiences and the necromancers. They're probably kidnapped.
All right.
And Reginald can only assume their destination.
Okay. Are there any other groups of two that want to do things?
Cat.
I mean, I was just gonna wander around, but I'm like split between shit right now.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say I'll just follow Cat to make sure she's not, some idiot doesn't try and steal a talking horse.
Bitch, I can hold my own.
I'm being courteous.
A horse with the vestments of the zealot. They're gonna steal a paladin's horse.
If they're desperate enough.
Nobody ever said people were smart.
No one ever said people were stupid either.
So it doesn't look like you guys are doing anything.
I'm just following her. Make sure nothing. Well, walking with her.
I was gonna follow you.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so you guys follow each other in about a 10-foot circle for 20 minutes.
Yes.
Now
Okay.
what?
We're just exploring the city.
Okay.
We try and meet up with. I don't know what happened.
SG saying, I just realized my mind went to the Skyrim playthrough I did when I was asking questions straight the hell forward.
Wow.
I want to know about necromancers, damn it.
What necromancers?
The necromancers!
What necromancers? There
So
are
the dice rolls it. Those ones!
Okay. Basically, me and Kat, if she's okay with this, try and meet up with Actorio and
The thing is you guys don't know where the tavern is. The only person who knows where the taverns are is Actorio, and he left.
That's a lot, SG.
All right, but if you guys want to do that, I want you to both give me a survival thing still.
Yeah.
Survival is
Can I join
survival's
them?
tracking.
I didn't know if the skill had gotten deleted. A lot of skills didn't make that purge. So both of you go ahead and give me survival checks.
Can I join them?
Sure, go for it. Okay.
Christ, we have some trackers here.
Well, I mean, he's a ranger.
That's also true. I forgot he's a ranger.
And, Kat, can I get a survival check? Okay.
Good lord.
You guys are able to follow the. You remember him saying it was along the river, and you guys are kind of able to follow the sound of screaming and violence and stuff, and you find it pretty quickly.
Is
But-
Bull still here?
As far as I know.
Yes.
You haven't said anything.
Okay, Micken, it's okay.
Yep. Micken,
I wasn't sure if he walked away. I'm sorry.
everything's good, my dude. So, you three, it can be all you four if Bull wants to go along.
And I just walk around normally.
Okay.
No, I'm not following them. I'll follow them.
Okay, you're not gonna follow them.
I'll follow them. I'll see what
Okay.
shenanigans they're going on.
Okay. You guys leave. You guys arrive about 5-10 minutes after they've left talking about necromancers. So people are actually a little agitated here. Like, the people are all kind of staring at you funny, and it doesn't help that there's a fucking lizard man, a dude with 2 swords, a water genasi, and a horse wearing the vestments of the zealot walking into a bar.
That sounds like a
A worse
bad
joke.
joke.
Yeah.
You walk up to the bar, and there's 3-Finger Cody, all 10 fingers still working. Yeah, what do you want?
Why are you called Three Finger Cody then?
You don't know
And my
it
character face palms.
because it only takes 3 fingers to hold a fucking bat, and he picks up his club covered in spikes. You won't find out.
My character apologizes. I'm sorry, sir. We came here to an associate of ours said he was coming by here earlier, and we lost track of him. He was a bard with a wizard or sorcerer. I forget what.
Oh, the ones who ask you questions. The club's still in his hand. He's kind of using it to point at you. When you ask you questions. What the
Where
fuck's
Jet-
going? Why are there fucking What the fuck's going on with necromancers?
We don't know. We just came from Circle down south. We're just passing through.
Wheel.
We were just Wheel. I forgot the name of the place. We're just. I was close. Shut up.
You're good. You're good. Keep going.
We're
Anyway,
joking, man.
We were passing through from Wheel, and we saw the man hung today, and we were kind of wondering what was happening. Sorry if we offended.
He calms down a little bit. He puts it down. It's still on top of the counter. It's not back in its place. But he lets it go. Bastard killed a kid. Trying to dump the corpse in the river. Got caught. 4th one this week.
No offense meant, but does it not seem pretty peculiar that 4 people have tried the same thing in a week?
It's the full moons. It's Crow's night next week. People are crazy. You get used to it.
Understandable.
All you can do is hang them. I noticed Cat is being distinctly mute.
Hmm?
I see you're being quiet.
Look, I'm plotting shit. Fuck off.
Of course you are.
That's why we're worried.
My character asked, well, sorry to have bothered you. Do you know which way our associates have gone?
Out. I didn't see which way they went. They went out.
I hand the man 2 silver as an apology for wasting his time.
He just kind of hand waves it and puts his club away and then just walks off, filling beers for other people. It's obvious that he's done talking.
Okay, so the hand wave means he doesn't care and just walks off.
He doesn't take the money, he just kind of hand waves it. But he leaves,
Alright.
and he's very distinctly not talking to you.
Okay. My character suggests to others, we probably should go find
Remember, Micken, you don't have to say that. You don't have to say my character.
I know.
We're gonna assume. So, all right, you guys. Do you guys want to go try and find Reginald and Actorio again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me some survival checks.
Christ.
Wow.
Fucking rocking those 19s.
He follows the pompousness associated with elves. Finds them in a heartbeat.
9 out of 10, so I'm just following the pack at this point.
Okay, where are you two going, Actorio and Reginald? Because I believe that will determine where they're going.
Indeed.
Crap.
Now remember, there are still the Smith's Forge and the Blind Goat as bars, inns you guys you remember being able to get into consistently.
Care to give the Smith's Forge a shot?
Sure.
Excellent. And we'll head there, see if we can gather similar stories, but at a more discreet overtone. More discreet. Wait.
So Reginald's taking the lead.
Yeah, I shall let you take the lead.
Alright. Reggie take the lead and
Okay. Once, like I said, it's built from a defunct smithy, just north of the River Blue. The Smith's Forge is less of a tavern and more of an open-air cafe with some rooms in the back.
Mhm.
So it's not serving traditional tavern fare. There's a lot more like sandwiches
Mhm.
than
Alright, cool.
stews. It's a lot lighter fare. The people seem to be there more for a conversation than they are there for dinner.
Then Reginald will grab a sandwich, maybe some tea, and he'll try and listen about the place. Feel it out.
Yep, you're able to find a seat. You guys are able to find a seat fairly easily. We're gonna put you guys here, and you're able to order it. They ask you what kind of tea you want. Like they are astoundingly well rounded in tea selection.
Mhm.
You're able to find just the one you want. Da 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 da.
Nice.
People seem a little on edge, but not. From what you've already learned, you're not surprised.
So maybe Reginald will wait for a bit, eat half of his sandwich, half of his tea, and sort of wait for someone to bring up.
Okay,
Someone to bring up what went.
go ahead and both of you give me perception checks, since you're trying to eavesdrop.
Yeah.
Okay, Actorio, you ain't hearing shit. You are very focused on your ham and cheese sandwich.
Yeah,
It is delicious.
Yeah, after the shit show that I just caused, I'm concentrating on something else.
Sandwich. You, however, Reginald, you hear some people talking about some less than legitimate establishments on the north side, along the north shore,
Mhm.
especially near the wharf docks. Specifically, you hear this gentleman kind of muttering to himself a little bit, talking about how, yeah, I could go for a fucking hole tonight. I could go. I've been paid. I can afford that. That'd be fine.
I think we have, like,
Maybe the Paper Rose. That might be a good place to go tonight. And over here, between the two women, you kind of hear them talking about Jameson Black.
Jameson. Like,
Yeah, Jameson Black was a man whore would be a kind way of putting it.
Yeah.
The man enjoyed sleeping in married women's beds.
Mhm.
Preferably
Fire.
without the husbands also in the bed, but he was not picky.
All right.
And he's been gone for like a week. Nobody knows what happened to him. But
Okay.
there's some people thinking, one of his friends said that he said something about going to the new brothel, the Paper Rose.
Alright. I think Reginald has his target.
Okay, and about that time, the four other amigos arrive. Because you've been taking your time, you've been eating your sandwich, having your tea.
Reginald
Just having a
will,
nice, quiet evening.
Reginald will quickly drink his tea and pick up his sandwich.
I was about to get a freaking earful.
And then walks over to them and ushers them outside.
But sandwich, I want one.
In a minute, I'd like to talk out with you. Rachel maybe goes to just on the
there's
side.
a few places you can get to that are nice and quiet.
Hmm.
SG, do you go with them too?
Might as well.
Oh,
He just barely notices Reginald left from his ham sandwich.
Well, he didn't fumble. He came close, but he's not 100% focused on his ham sandwich. He notices you leave.
And quickly catches up.
Alright. Well, party. They go over here to the corner.
Away from the horse that will smack you.
Away from prying eyes and ears. Well, a lot of people in this town are starting to go missing. Sailors, whores, a lot of the lower classes. And I'm only going to suggest that it has to do with the necromancers. I think they're abducting people. Now, of course, we came here for a mission, but I think this could be a bit more important. What say you? I do
Honestly,
have a mark we could follow.
well, considering what you said, you've told us,
Yep, Reggie shared all the info.
it should be. Well, I would hate to be in a position to help someone or people and not do it. But we must proceed with caution, or else we may be the next ones accused.
Mm-hmm.
Because we just came from the bar you all were at, and the bartender, let's just say, was not happy.
Yes, that is my fault. You can hit me when I feel like.
Reginald's not going to bring up the fact that a lizard person in a water genasi and a horse walked into a bar.
We walked in there because we remembered that's where you were going.
Reggie didn't say that out loud. Reginald will, however, say, I do have a mark of sorts. He mentioned he wanted to go to the brothel, spend some cash. I think he's the perfect person that they're looking for. If we can follow him.
Oh,
Thanks,
I
Mark.
pause, I raise my hand and say this. By the story I've heard, it's not the whores who have gone missing, more so it's men going to meet said whores.
Men can be whores too. Whores and
Apparently they're
sailors so
roles.
far.
The way I heard the whole story, it seemed that men from the ships were going into town to have fun with the whores, but then they never returned.
Exactly.
I don't recall in the story, and this is out of character. I don't recall in the story him saying the whores also went.
I described a man whore who's gone missing.
Right. A man who enjoys a night with another.
A man whore.
Yeah, you didn't
See,
say.
you
You
just
call me judgmental, that's what Reginald tells you though. That's what you know.
that's what he says.
Okay, but
So,
your lead of the whorehouse, yes, that sounds like an accurate place to start.
Mhm.
But we should not. It would be too obvious for some of us to just enter there and not return.
so this guy is starting. The guy you overheard talking about the paper rose,
Mhm.
is starting to wander out of the.
Well, leaving now. It is nighttime, correct?
Yes, you guys arrived and it was dusk.
Alright.
They
Okay.
hung, they hung the man as the sun set, and you guys have been kind of knocking around town for about 2 hours. So it's 8-ish.
Alright.
I looked over at Reginald.
I think it's time. Reginald places his hand on his chest and casts a spell.
Okay.
You're armoring up. Got it.
My character looks at you and decides, okay, we'll follow the man. but we should really keep our distance.
Of course, we do have
Click.
exceptional trackers, and we know where he's going. We have the advantage.
And how does that go? Okay. So you go, bing, create a force field, and somebody sticks their head around the wall you guys are kind of sitting at, and looks like a town guard.
Mhm.
Oi, what you doing?
Dealing with a friend who is a bit on the paranoid side.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fucking magic.
That's what I mean. Just
What?
Magic. You're glowing. It's not fucking. It's not unobvious. It's a force field.
That's what I called it. It doesn't project any other sensories. It doesn't glow, it doesn't emit light.
A protective magical force surrounds until the spell ends.
Like, I imagine if you shoot me and it doesn't hit me, then, like, something pops up.
Well, it's the active activating it is
Yeah.
what he's noticed.
Ah, I see. Yes, I cast a spell.
You shouldn't do that. Not inside the town. It's not illegal, but it's not okay. People have gotten in trouble for that. These are small town folks, and they like hanging people.
I look
Yeah,
over.
we
We
noticed.
saw.
So keep calm. Carry on.
Gives him the
Don't
two
get
finger-
caught. Don't get caught again.
Understood.
You flip them off.
No, the two fingers again.
Oh.
The two finger salute isn't flicking in the bird.
That's the one finger salute.
Yeah.
You could be doing.
Or I
Well, you
say
gotta
I
remember
flick 'em the
they do it
bird.
differently. Okay, yeah, you give your scouts honor.
Yeah, sure. I'll call the Scout's honor from now on.
He
And,
he just leaves.
Mhm.
Okay,
We know
I'm
where
going
he's
to need one person to give me a survival check. Okay.
That's bad.
Give me one more.
Uh-oh.
Same person.
Same person.
Oh no.
Thanks a lot, Bunty.
You lose him about 2 blocks in. His drunken staggering is hard to follow.
Oh boy.
You get lost in the northern square where you're pretty sure he walked in a circle at least twice.
I guess it's an inconvenience, but we know where he's going. We're about to the northern section.
You are in the northern section currently because the Smith's Forge is in the north side of town.
Oh, okay, sweet. That's right. Yeah.
Wait, you said it's by the river.
That's the other bar.
That's
or by
the
the
wharf
shore.
rat.
No.
The wharf rat is at the wharf rat is at the shore. What I said was there are even on the north side of town there are some less than
No.
legitimate establishments, especially along the wharf.
That's what I was trying to say. What was the Diet Mother? And he said something, the Rose, and he said new place by somewhere.
He
It's what
said
he said.
he said the new brothel, the Paper Rose. I should go there. He didn't give any like specific directions
I thought
because
you-
no,
I'm gonna
because he's
go
talking
left,
to
then go right, then go straight 2 blocks.
No,
You gotta remember he's a drunk man talking to himself. He doesn't need to tell himself where the whores are.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not angry.
I know,
Or
I
anything.
know.
Angry.
I got my details wrong.
No, it's fine.
Okay, then,
You asked.
to the
so-
wharf areas.
Okay.
Wharf, engage max speed.
So we
You got-
lost our mark, but we know about where the area.
Yep. You gotta remember the river splits the town in half. So. Let's see. I want SG and Mitchell to give me perception checks, and
Okay.
Monkey give me a survival check.
Damn it.
22. Nice.
You see the mark,
Mm.
Mitchell. He staggers out of an alleyway as you guys are like, okay, so where do we go next? The wharf is a big area. Oh, hey, there he is.
Must have done another 2 laps.
Also, you guys aren't drunk and went straight to the wharf. He is drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if any of you guys have done the drunk walk. It's
No.
not easy.
Yeah, I've tried to drunk walk before. Nope, not easy.
Alright.
Huh.
So you guys see him. He doesn't notice you. He just kind of staggers out of an alley and starts kind of zigzagging his way down the path.
Alright, let's give him some space. And we'll just, Reginald will lean against the building. He'll start shooting this shit with SG. Watching where this man goes.
About 4 blocks from where he stumbled out of the alley, he hangs a right. Out of sight.
Alright. We make our Reggie starts making his way there.
Okay.
I'll keep my distance because honestly, if a drunk man sees a lizard folk, probably not a good idea.
Dragon!
All right. You, as you round the corner, you see him going into a 3-story stone building with a courtyard.
3-story stone building? Jesus.
With a courtyard, wow.
And it's only about 2 blocks from the wharf. Lanterns mark the courtyard entrance to the brothel, and several men mill around the courtyard.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Are
Welcome.
the
Dude, what?
oh,
To the Paper Rose.
are oh boy.
Those look healthy.
The zombies or
They
vampires?
might have some disease. What was that
Yeah.
movie? Fucking Red Dawn or Red,
At this point, be Red Death.
Yeah.
Zombieland.
No, not Zombieland. The one
Zombieland.
where it's the brothel and there's vampires.
God
You
damn it.
said it had the name Red in it?
Zombieland.
Sure, Zombieland. Zombie.
Alright, and I'm assuming. Wait, why am I
I'm-
way the hell
I'm
over there?
just getting the character sheets out, my
Calm
dude.
down.
You guys are.
need the tiles first. Calm down.
Yeah.
I know,
Right
I
now.
know.
Give me a sec. I'm
Sorry.
getting there. Like, for instance, Echo is not inside the building.
Mm. I can get myself there.
And Mark. All right, so yeah, there are 2 armed men at the gates, but they don't really seem to be doing anything.
Mhm.
As far as you can tell, they are totally human.
Maybe somebody in our party look
An
more
armored
human.
freak walks up.
I was about to say, I'll walk up.
Okay. Do you wanna?
Most human of us should want the first.
You mean the human?
Yeah.
Gates are open,
You
right?
mean
It's
the
not
monkey?
closed.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
can't remember
kind
what
of
month
like
it was.
it's just an arch. There's no doorway into the courtyard. It's just kind of an opening.
Yeah, everyone just walks in.
Okay, go ahead. Okay,
Find them.
they don't even blink really.
Huh.
Alright.
I'm sorry, but that's a red flag.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Oh.
can Reggie take a closer look at them as he walks by?
Go for
Yeah.
it. Give me a perception check.
I'll do the same
Only
with one I
7.
pass.
They're just, alert on.
Let's see.
Have you ever seen somebody who's so high that you're pretty sure they're not seeing the same things you're seeing?
I'll lean on my Leos.
Wow.
That's them. They're just kind of their eye looks look very heavy, and they're just kind of like leaning on their spears a little bit.
They're
Wrong
stoned
cloud
out of
nine
their
right
mind.
now.
No, they're in La La Land. And now everybody who has just entered the room, I need a perception check.
Again?
Again, because this is a different perception to see them.
Understandable.
Please, higher, higher.
17. Crit!
Oh,
Hey!
damn!
The horse is on point.
Okay,
Net 20!
everybody but Micken so
Uh-oh.
far. Bull, can I get a perception check from you, bud?
Ow.
Everybody but Micken and Echo. The cloying scent of incense beneath all of that is the scent of rotting flesh. Every
Oh, how
single
fun.
person in the paper roads is undead. They all stand up,
Damn it!
roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
You two
God, I hate my
motherfuckers are
computer.
surprised.
God,
And now I
Sorry.
need to figure out how to do it.
I'll be right back.
Wow.
For some reason, my
the-
computer mouse flopped up, and then suddenly I'm back 2 pages.
The clock.
Okay. There we go.
Hold
Usually
on.
select everything, hit the add to turn order, and then
I
roll a
think
bunch
it's
of
more so
d20s.
looking for the torn order to pop up.
Ah,
The same thing we had a problem with last time.
It's not a good it's not a good UI.
Because you're not used to it.
It's not a good UI even if I were used to it. Nothing's labeled.
True.
Sorry about that. For some reason lately, my computer mouse keeps flopping up,
no worries.
but it won't move on screen. That type of lockup. And then when it restarts, shit goes buggy.
All right, now I gotta figure out. Boop.
Number
Add
17.
turn.
Nice one.
Look
Zero.
there.
And ties go to people with the better decks.
Add turn.
Hey,
Wait.
sexy lady.
Oh,
Already, yeah, no.
and it did it again. The hell? Took my-
Okay, so that actually set it.
Hold on.
There we go. No,
What?
we'll wait. It's no big deal.
I can't. It's not responding, even though the red light is working.
You give it a reset.
What do you mean?
You give your computer a reset.
It's not the computer though. It's the computer mouse.
Try plugging it into a different USB port. That sometimes
should-
fixes it.
I think it's odd though it's doing this, even though it's a
Definitely.
brand new laptop.
It does that. It happens. I would still say swap it with a different USB port. Sometimes that'll fix the problem.
Hold on. Unplug it. Oh, come on. Ow. God, I hate this laptop and love it at the same time.
Love-hate relationship.
Shut up.
That's
For
the way
some
it works.
reason, the USB port on the side, the mouse that's stuck when I try and plug it in, it's like the port is just the smallest of fractions too small.
Hmm.
But you still technically can use your trackpad, can't you?
But
I
Trackpad.
was asking if you can use the trackpad.
no, I'm not doing that. Hold on. What the, really?
Monkey.
Okay, it's working
Vampires
again.
are undead. They are zombies.
Yeah, if we were fighting vampires, we'd be dead already.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna throw up.
You are 13 at a level 1 party.
Okay,
if
it's
there were
working.
50
I'm
of
gonna
us,
die.
maybe.
9 vampires at you guys level 1.
Okay. It's working.
Just till
We're
dawn,
about
that's
to
what I was
fight.
thinking of. I think.
So,
Okay. You, unfortunately, Micken, for all the fact you rolled very well, are considered surprised this round because you
Wait.
did not see that they were undead until
too late.
too late.
So I can't do a damn thing.
Nope. Why are there 2 Reginald Roll?
Wait, what?
Why are
What?
you? Why is Reggie on Reggie twice?
No,
Why is
no, can't.
everybody twice?
What?
One.
What?
It only shows them once, dude. Chill.
No, it doesn't. For
On
me, it
my
shows them
screen.
both.
I'll then delete mine and then just use the one you have. I delete one of them.
Alright.
Reg-
Yeah, I'm gonna
Reggie
give everybody
has
their
11.
higher score. So,
And suddenly people are disappearing off the board on mine.
There's the reason. I'll reroll my initiative.
Yeah.
Or wait.
But who's this then?
Alright, let me try this. Let me see if me doing that fixes the... Does that fix
No.
it for you?
No, Reggie's still not on there.
That's because you deleted the one where I rolled my token on. I'll just reroll
Okay.
it. It's fine.
I'm also gone.
Yeah, 11.
Then I'll put 11.
Really can't.
Yeah. Cat had a 7. Mark had a 3.
Okay.
I say everyone's back on.
Okay.
From the top.
Alright.
I'm
So-
surprised, didn't do a damn thing.
Alright, so since we re-rolled, it is Mr. Mark. Because he has a 19. I pushed the button by accident.
Oh.
No. I mean,
Then weird shit is happening. I don't know.
no, you deleted people. Mark originally rolled a 3 for initiative.
Then I
We
would-
had to re-roll Mitch, myself, and Mark. So you need to change Mark from 19 to 3.
Then we'll be good.
Okay, there we go.
Function.
Blah, blah,
I think Mick and
Yeah.
can't go.
Okay, there we go. Mick can't go. Which makes it SG. What do you want to do, my dude?
Let me examine what I've got here. I'll probably just use Bardic Inspiration on
Reginald?
Yes.
Okay.
Right there at the
All
bottom.
right, Reginald, you have a D4.
Is
Okay.
it D6 or a D4?
Thought it was a D4 this early level. It might be a D6.
What does it say?
SG.
D6.
D6.
That's a bonus action.
Yep, that was your bonus action. You still have a movement action, and you have 2 more actions still.
Oh lord. Actually, I'll move over here and I'll cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
Nice. Whereabouts?
Okay, so it's go ahead and give me a ping where you want to put it, because it's a 15-foot cube. Okay, these 4. Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was me. I was just
Oh.
measuring out. SG,
Oh,
where do you want to
okay.
put it?
Well, that one.
Ah, shit.
So just
What'd
for
you do?
reference, SG.
Oh no, it's a self. It's a 15-foot cube around you. My
Oh,
bad.
is
Yeah,
it
never
around
mind that.
Oh, what?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's from you outwards. So if you were to move here, then you could do it.
But he would
Yeah.
hit you.
Or you could
No.
just hit. No.
It will not affect him.
Oh.
Self-casting cannot harm you.
No, and that's. Never mind.
Here, if I were to move there, then cast it. That would
Then
be
you would
better.
get her and her.
Alright. Let's see. See how bad that turns out.
Okay.
It's the stealth move, so it comes from SG. See?
Ah, okay.
Okay. So they both have.
Hmm.
Let's see. What does she? Right. So she goes down to that, and so does she. Oh, well, do what I want you to do, you damn machine. There we go. You have wounded both of them.
Alright.
And that would be about all you can do, because
Yeah.
you've moved and attacked.
Yep.
All right, Reggie.
Roshan
for
will
the
cry
love of
out,
God.
"Zombies!"
No.
And will run beside us. She and will slash. I unfortunately only have a dagger.
Okay.
15 for 6.
Okay. Okay.
And adopts a strange combat stance.
All right. Not dead. Wounded, not dead.
Well,
All right. That is you. Brings us to Bull, but
Okay,
Bull is
this is
also caught
pissing me
surprised
off.
this round. Okay.
Oh, I can't do anything. Okay.
Yeah, you were caught surprised because you fumbled your perception check.
It's more of I wonder what the hell am I going to bother.
You went with them to deal with.
Yeah, I know exactly, but it's more I blame the female factor. So like, it seems very awkward.
this is piss.
Okay.
Stupid.
Sion.
You know what?
I can't.
On this one.
No.
Ah, Toll the Dead. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, which one again?
My mouse keeps shutting off, and it's a brand new mouse, brand new computer. So, what the hell?
Your save DC should be better than 10, Cat.
No, that's what it says.
How do I
You
update
have
driver?
the DC set to Wisdom.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, it should be 13. You're right.
You set it to Strength, probably.
What the?
No, saving throw wisdom.
No. You're DC. So you're a cleric. 8 plus 2 for proficiency, plus your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, it would be 13. I don't know why it's showing 10.
Might
God,
have to do some stuff with your sheet.
come on.
So DC 13. Nice.
It was enough to kill it anyway, especially since necrotic damage does not heal undead in this
Mhm.
edition. All right, that is you, Sion.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Now the zombie bartender gets to do some stuff.
Alright.
$15. That's all he can do.
Nice. Good old zombies.
Their turn.
Oh, zombies.
If
And
I
then
were
this-
a zombie, I would your brain. I haven't listened to that song in a heck of a long time.
All right.
Here, give me 1 second. Then.
Yep, we're
Right.
not quite you yet.
Awesome.
Now what?
Wow!
Just trying to find a good place so I can get access to the rolls. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It stumbles distractingly to the left, giving both Actorio and Reginald attacks of opportunity.
I will
Sweet.
take it. For a crit for 9.
Wow.
Alright, so just use the.
It don't matter. It's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
As
damn
it goes by, Richie hooks his knife around the collar and just rips down, slashing its throat. As whatever magic animates it fades.
Yep.
Or maybe just stabs it in the side of the head because it's a zombie.
don't really matter too much. It's a dead zombie. It's not a named zombie. I'm not gonna really do the how'd you do it kind of argument.
Gotcha.
All right, and that brings us to Magical Mark. What you want to do? Oh,
Where's
all
my-
right.
will you-
That hits. Go ahead and click it and do some damage.
Yay.
Nice.
You wound it. You have another short sword.
Okay.
Good hit.
Mhm.
Do some damage. No, stupid. Go.
And this one, unless he had the fighting style, would only deal the dice.
Yeah, so before. So oh no, that's the wrong button. Down to that. No, what? Stupid fressa. There, you wounded it a little more. And now we go to the top of the game. Magical Wizard Man, whenever you are ready.
Okay, it's 14 right now. So going slow
Nice.
though. Delay. Okay. And which one did Monty attack while I was fighting with this?
This one.
Okay. I have a movement of 30. A run to there.
Okay.
And the one to my left,
So this one.
yeah.
Okay.
I will do club.
Okay, you
Nice.
hit. Go ahead and do some damage. All right.
And I'm gonna take chance with the martial arts. And do an unarmed strike on the other one that Monty attacked.
Okay, go
Nice.
for it.
God damn it.
Roll me a d8.
As if I'm not having a shitty enough night as it is.
Mm.
3. 1, 2, 3. You roll, you swing, and just kind of tumble a little bit. You're okay, but nothing good happens, and now you're in front of the zombie.
I was already in front of it technically.
Yeah, but you were
Slightly out. Whatever.
the one that gets the attack of opportunity doesn't hit you though.
Fair enough.
They are just rolling like hot garbage.
Yeah.
All right. Brings us back to our magical bard man. Do you want to do?
Shoot. Here, I'm going to step right here and try to hit this one with a hammer.
Nice.
That unfortunately is a miss.
Ouch.
It bounces off of the dead flesh and does no damage.
Bullshit.
That brings us to Reggie. Okay, you back off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
So
bring
yes,
us.
his friend isn't going to be flanked anymore. Actually, still might. Reverend will step over the corpse and will attack the. Is he clearly a zombie?
Yes, everyone is clearly a zombie. His eyes just kind of slapping against his cheek.
Yeah.
He's like absent-mindedly still cleaning a cup.
Alright, he will shank him.
Okay, do it.
24 for 7.
All right, that'll do it.
I need a short sword. That'd be nice. Then again, he adopts that same strange combat stance. Very foreign.
All right. And that will bring us to Bull.
I don't think I'm doing game.
Okay, who are you targeting?
Nice.
Yeah.
Good flame.
Okay.
Radiant. Fuck yeah.
Okay. Radiant does double damage. Bring it down to that much damage. Alright, it's not dead, but now it's smoky. Is there anything else you want to do, Bull, before your turn ends? You still have your movement.
Nope, I can't move anywhere.
Okay.
Why SG did you post that?
Let's find out.
Oh. Cat, what are you gonna do?
Answer a phone, apparently.
Not me.
I'm
Hello.
joking. What you want to do, Cat? Who you targeting? That one? Okay. For now, it's a 13 DC. We're not gonna.
Yeah, I've been trying. I don't know.
I'll mess with it later. They fail.
Hey,
So
did they take damage before?
yes, they were already wounded, so they take
And
8
they take
damage,
8, yeah.
and that brings them to dead.
Yes.
Nice.
Remember, damage reduction is avoided by magic.
Sweet.
Alrighty.
I'm good there, so go ahead and continue
Okay.
on.
Zombie bartender. Alright, here we go. Welcome to the magic. Gonna see if he dies.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn!
So to you, is a crit always a hit?
A crit is an auto hit.
Okay, then I won't touch you.
I at the very least like the idea of confirming, and that is a confirmation. So he will do.
Oh, that is not a confirmation because I will use. So if I use shield as the reaction, that grants
Wait a minute.
Here, I'll
Yeah,
just posting it.
Your attack is used. One reaction in which you are hit by an attack or targeted. Self, an invisible barrier. Blah blah blah. That will work. He will still hit you.
Okay.
Didn't you put the armor on earlier?
He did, but this is a different spell.
So this brings my AC to 22 for future.
Until your next turn.
Mhm.
Okay, so you will take. Boop.
A good hit could kill me here. I'm just fucking up. I got 1 hit point.
Okay. He hit good.
Mhm.
Zombles.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
dead.
boy.
After SG and coming after me.
They move towards the. They move towards.
Coming up to me.
They move towards the closest available target.
I know.
Oh boy.
Okay. This one. Gonna go ahead and it's gonna attack Mark.
Zuckerberg?
No, Pound Town. Because, reasons. But do nothing, because I assume you have higher than an 8.
Yes.
This one is going to attack Micken and hit
Yep.
and miss, because I assume you have higher than a 7.
I have
This one.
15.
Is going to attack SG. Does a 15 hit your AC, SG?
Yep, I'm only a 10.
Oh god.
Do you have no
Wow.
dexterity bonus?
I've got negative. I've got a
Okay.
-1 for dexterity.
So it balances itself out. Okay. So you will take 2 points of damage.
Down to 6.
And that's the Zomble turn.
Alright.
Which brings us to Mark. What you gonna do, Mr. Ranger Man?
I'm gonna hit the person with the sword again.
Okay, do it. That is a
Thanks.
natural 20.
Wow.
So you will do. So go ahead and roll your damage. You will do.
This is automatically.
Yep. All right. So you do 6 points of damage, and that kills it. You hit it right in the head, right where it hurts. All right. Do you want to move or anything? You good?
Do I have another attack still, or
You do, but you have nothing to attack.
Yeah, because Micken's in the way.
Whoops.
Okay, go ahead. That does hit, though barely. Go for it. Okay. You do. You hurt it some. And that would be it. Which brings us to the top of the round. Michael Whitrix, what you gonna do?
All right. This one right here,
Yes.
going for a headshot.
Okay, you hit it. Go ahead and do damage. Okay.
And then I'll do the unarmed strike on the one monkey.
Okay. You didn't kill it. You did, however, go ahead and do damage. Okay.
Nice.
Through the power of cooperation, you guys did just enough damage to kill it.
Then,
All right.
yeah.
Those are your attacks. Do you want to move or anything? you
I'm
s-
gonna move to right there.
Because you still have her,
Right.
but you may
Well,
want to
back
try
to
and
back,
save
yeah.
your wizard buddy.
Yeah, that's why I'm backing up right here.
Okay. All right. Actorio, what you gonna do?
I'm going to try the dagger.
You hit
Nice.
and you wound. All right. It's not dead.
Yeah.
I figured as much.
That's why I ran over here.
I may be reducing their life.
Oh, no, because I
No.
have ideas. Just continue.
Think
Okay.
That should be necessary.
Reginald, What you gonna
Okay,
do?
All those spells.
What?
He's looking into spells.
Wow.
Don't die. Party's too small as it is.
Reginald will Reginald disengage.
Go ahead and move your 5 feet.
Oh, it's an action.
yeah.
And he'll move 30 feet there.
Okay,
That's his turn.
that's all you're gonna do. All right. That brings us to Bull. What you want to do, Bull?
Can you Sacred Flame? Jesus Christ.
Okay, who are
It's
you
not your
targeting?
fault. Sacred Flame always does bad.
Okay, let us see. They hit it, but because they're zombies, that's not gonna do anything. You wound them, and they're a little toasty.
Ooh, toasty.
Is there any movement you want to do? All right. Sion, what you want to do?
First I'm gonna do that.
On?
The one right
Okay.
next to SG.
Alrighty. Click. They're gonna fail. They've already taken damage, so they
So
will
the
take. They'll take the 2.
And then my bonus action. There you go, SG.
Hey.
Well, SG's only taken 2 points of damage.
Oh no, then who was low? You were worried
was
about
Reginald.
someone.
That was Reggie.
Oh, I'll help Reggie then.
That
Okay.
control.
Okay.
Yes,
So you will heal Reggie for 7. So Reggie,
Yeah.
you should be full health.
In Cat, it's inverted. The D12 is for the damaged, and the D8 is for the not damaged.
Is it? I didn't
Mhm.
think so.
No, that absolutely is.
All right.
Oh yeah, no, I got it. I'll flip
All
it.
right. Now it's Zomble Man. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, she can go over there. so she's out of my way. ASG.
What? Oh no.
The big hitter here.
Oh no. I'm screwed.
No, you're not.
No,
Apparently,
no.
the only person he can harm is fucking Reg.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, I've only hit 2 people the entire fucking session so far with 9 zombies.
Zombie.
Okay, and that is now it is the zombie turn. Click, click. Hi, Mark.
Hi.
So we're gonna start with her. She's gonna attack Mark.
Like, hi, cowboy.
Does an
Whoa.
18 hit your AC, bud?
Yes.
Oh shit.
She will do you 2 damage.
Ow.
Okay.
Not horrible.
Return
Not the
the
worst
favor.
thing that ever. He'll have a chance in a minute.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
All right, Micken, you are getting attacked.
Alright.
Does a 5 hit your AC?
Nope.
Okay.
Triple that, and then we'll talk.
SG, you are getting attacked. Does a 4
No.
hit your AC?
Wow.
These are horrible zombies.
Wow.
They're
How much
great
effort-
zombies. They don't
just-
do it. They're zombies.
Exactly.
Yeah, these zombies are great. They
Father.
don't do jack shit.
All right, Mark. What you want to do?
Because they've come for
Attack it,
you.
the one that just hit me.
You've hit it. Do damage. Hello, internet people. And goodbye.
Alright.
Who was that?
What?
Oh.
That was Ryder.
Wow.
Oh, hey,
Welcome back.
Rico, in or out?
Sorry, I was saying goodbye to Louie and then I forgot to.
Louis doesn't deserve it.
You kill her. Stab her right through the eye socket.
Yeah.
But she dead now. What you want to do? There are still 3 zombies left. You do not know about this one.
Which one?
The one in the other
This
room.
one. Okay. You may make your
This one?
other attack with your... Yeah, you don't know about that one. That one's
Okay.
not there. I was still figuring out how Fog of War worked until about an hour ago. Okay, do your damage. Okay, you do 2.
Reasons.
Because he, in your offhand, you don't get your strength unless you have the combat style.
Ah.
So I'm looking at it, and his strength is a base of 3, because he actually has a pretty beefy strength. So he rolled a 2 and a 3. So he only
Oh.
does the 2 damage,
Got
because
it.
he's using his left hand.
Got it.
Okay, that brings us to the top of the round. Lizard Man. Who you gonna attack?
One right in front of me. With actually no. From where I'm standing, can I see this guy?
You can. There is, however, a large table between the two of you. You can throw darts at him. You cannot get to him easily.
Right. Okay. Let's throw a dart at the guy.
That will hit. Do you damage. Awesome.
Yeah, whatever. And
Damage is damage.
And unarmed strike is one for me.
You hit it. Do you damage. Not dead yet.
Wow.
They have like 12 hit points because they don't hit.
Right.
I wanted this to not be you guys just like stabbing things repeatedly the game.
Yeah. Fair
Alright.
enough.
And that brings us to SG.
Well,
What you gonna
speaking
do?
of stabbing things repeatedly,
Who are you attacking?
this one,
You don't hit.
shit.
Do you want to move? Because you are kind of in the fuck box.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even
There you
though they're not come after you.
Yes, but. All right. Is that you're gonna be your turn, my man?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, you're not being helpful. All right, Reggie.
Okay, feeling emboldened by the Zealot's word, Reginald will attack the barkeep again.
Okay, go ahead and move in and do your stabbing shit.
Wow, you moved that in a hurry.
He will, however, use a different technique. Flame guards his blade as he strikes.
Can the wizard with the magic brick of communications please cast a spell of silence?
No, even with the inspiration, he's unable to the
I
party.
don't know.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Yeah, no. You're like, haha, fire!
Wow, I think you struck out with that swing.
And that's my turn.
Okie dokie then. All right, the magical land of Echo. What do you want to do? Okay,
And Firaguni is amazing stage.
you hit. Do your damage, and it's dead.
Nice.
All right. That brings us to Sion. Okay.
Either way.
He fails. He has taken damage. He takes 5 points of damage.
Consistently.
Okay, he's not dead yet.
Yep.
And that brings it to him. You're back.
I am back. It's probably gonna hurt.
Nope. Unless it's a 10. Nope.
No.
Okay. Now the one zombie that's remaining, besides
Eeny, meeny,
him,
miny.
that one.
Exactly.
No.
Did you say 9 to 10?
Mark, you want to stab a zombie?
Yes.
Do your stabbing, my man. You hit. Do your damage. Hey, look,
Would
it's
it really be stabbing, or would it be more, slicing?
no, it's
Short
stabbing
sword stabbing.
because he's using piercing, so he's stabbing it.
Oh.
But it's dead anyway. So now there's just the zombie barkeep, and it's the top of the round. You can move over their corpses. I will just go ahead and delete the dead really quick because they don't have any gear on them anyway.
Hmm.
They're zombie hookers. What do you want from me?
I'm copying that.
Don't I have another attack still? What?
You have a bonus action attack.
Well, yeah. Okay.
What?
Ah,
I hate tonight.
Roll me a d8, bud.
I hate you. Not you, but I hate my luck right now. Hey! Is that good or bad?
Roll me another d20. No, just a d20. No attack or anything. Just that. Hey, Mark. Does a 16 hit your AC?
Oh god, you
oh
asshole!
no.
You're an ass.
Oh no.
I don't know. It is 16. So what?
So
It does hit.
So yes, it does.
Okay.
You will take 1 point of damage. As he swings, it skips off the zombie's cup and clips you in the wrist.
Ow!
It hurts like a motherfucker.
Okay, and I'm gonna do a bonus action.
Gonna do your punch?
Hell no.
Okay. Okay, you gotta do a bite.
I'm gonna try
Eat
and
that
bite its head off.
Eat that zombie.
Zombie.
That'll hit.
Oh,
Do your
That's a
damage.
bite. T6.
He's not dead.
Hold on.
You do gain your
Oh.
con modifier.
Temporary hit points. And now I have temporary hit points.
Alrighty. That is you.
Dude, where the hell?
And that makes it SG.
What?
What was that?
It was a hiccup.
Okay.
There's another clip.
We're just
Yeah.
suddenly. So what do you want to do, SG?
I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Reginald.
Hey, because I need it.
Okay.
This is so stupid.
Reggie,
Let's see
what
if I
you
can
want
hit
to do,
some.
bud?
Okay, one
No.
second. What is that? Only 11. Nope.
Nope.
That's Reggie.
Echo.
Echo.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Click,
Burn!
click.
Yay! About time.
And that is that, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this a good guy or a bad guy?
You don't know.
You don't
About
know.
time now.
Oh, okay.
I'm scared.
All right, so
I do have one question though. Are the stairs going up or down?
up.
Okay.
Like I said, 3 stories. So there are a
Look, I
couple
never
of
know
floors.
if you count the basement.
No, you saw 3 floors.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, nope. You guys are able to go upstairs, look around if you want to. There is no map for the upstairs because there's no combat in the upstairs. Just gonna say it out there.
Question:
Answer:
are the doors wide enough for me?
yes. Yes. If you look at the doors, they're both double wide. They swing out, and you can easily enter.
Wonderful.
You can fit into a 5-foot zone. You're just not super happy about it.
Yeah, no, I just want to double check.
Nope. I have made it so that you can physically get into most places.
Even when you shouldn't.
Excuse you.
Okay.
Loot.
Okay. On the zombies, you find rotting bodices and rotting other clothing. On the zombie bartender, you find a rotting bartender's clothing and a broken cup because it got smashed by a club.
Yeah.
The same club that hit you in the wrist.
Oh.
And then I say, I'm sorry. Wait up.
Delete. Okay, as you enter the kitchen.
A horse just barged into the kitchen.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out that I stopped in front of the doorway so you can't get through.
I can move through the square page.
No.
No, you can only move through a friendly square if they allow you to.
Why?
Because that's how
No,
the
I'm
rules
talking to
work.
the cat. I'm talking to the cat. Why?
Because I have an idea and you can shut your pie hole.
So she's going from a
Nope.
horse to a jackass.
Okay. So this is a zombie chained to a spike in the middle of the room. He's got about 10 feet of chain, so he immediately tries to get as close to you as possible, but comes up a little short. It's only about a 10-foot chain.
Huh.
I can't wait till this guy's off the chain.
Oh, God.
Had to be done.
No,
Just
it
a known.
didn't. So.
I found a friend.
One that's as bad
I
as
see.
you?
Get to let the rest of us through.
I
They're quite
mean,
tough.
are you gonna hurt my friend is the question.
No. You're a cleric of the zealot. Why are you friends with the zombie?
As long as he doesn't hurt us.
He hasn't hurt me yet. He's trying to communicate.
He's on a.
Keyword there is you get.
Do we see the chain, or does only she see the chain?
It is just if you were in the room, you would easily be able to see the chain.
Did only she
But
see
as all you can see currently is horse butt.
Jill hops up on here, waiting for us to know to move.
And my character hearing this whole stupid conversation decides to download things.
Okay, you can go upstairs.
Sit the
I'm not
pot.
going upstairs. Fuck that.
I'm gonna examine the
Oh.
bar for
If you guys want to, Mark, because you were looking for loot, give me a perception check.
You know what? I'm not doing
Okay.
perception to try and figure out what the hell happened.
You start getting an idea of maybe looking for the lockbox because this place is way too fancy to have always been a zombie place. So if you take the next few minutes, you'll be able to find the box.
Yay!
So I will
Okay.
tell you when you find the box and what you find in the box.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do a perception, see if I can find a clue of why the hell people in here were zombies.
How long does
Come
a
on.
Witcher lost Witcher take to cast?
How long does a what go?
Witcher. When do magic on Witcher, how long does it take to cast?
His
A
magic
ritual
armor.
takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, rituals take 10 minutes.
I'm gonna spend 10 minutes doing detect magic.
That's that's a casting time of a single action.
Oh, I'll take 10 minutes. Witcher.
Yeah, it's a ritual. You can cast it for free, but it
Yeah,
takes 10
if you-
minutes.
Yeah, if you want to cast it for free, you can.
No, I'm gonna take 10 minutes.
Okay, you're gonna take those 10 minutes. So, all right. So Mark's looking for gold. Echo's looking for magic.
And I'm trying to find a clue of why everybody was turned into zombies.
You're finding no immediate indications of why they were zombies in the main room. But there are like candles lit everywhere that kind of put out this really heavy, like sweet scent. You know that really cheap perfume some people just like douse themselves in?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like the whole room is just filled with that.
Oh god, this room must stink like hell.
It's
Oh,
the
no.
perfume store from SpongeBob.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it reeks. So it's obvious that somebody was trying to cover up the fact that they were zombies because they reeked.
I looked over counter to SG and say, "Well, want help me look in these other rooms over here?"
Sure. Okay.
They are empty rooms with tables and chairs. It's obvious that they were private, entertaining rooms.
Right.
Though not
okay.
of the variety that the brothel would be known for.
What, business deals?
Fancy dinners,
Right.
or meetings, or you could even expect up to like maybe striptease level because there's room on the sides enough for somebody to dance almost. But there's no bed,
Is there anything else in the room?
table and chairs.
That's it? Okay.
Nothing left. I
It-
Can
put
you hear me
Imagine-
banging? If you
Yeah.
hear me banging, that's the mouse. Me getting
Okay.
pissed off.
Okay.
Oh, somebody just vanished.
I can't. What the hell?
Yeah, that was Micken.
That was
I
Micken.
can't get this. I'm about to throw this thing out the damn window.
Don't do
I
it.
would say just unplug it for the night. Use your
What's-
trackpad for now.
I
What's the
have that
problem,
turned
dude?
off.
What is the problem? I can
We're
fucking
hopping
help.
to a different call for now.
Yeah,
It's plugged in. The light keeps turning off, even though it's a brand new mouse, and it's not moving on the damn screen.
I can't.
Don't know. Driver.
okay. Okay, guys, if you're gonna do tech talk, pop over to game 1 or 2, please.
I would if I could.
Do you have a
I
mouse
have the
pad?
trackpad turned. No, I don't. It's turned off.
It's cool. It's chill. Getting angry at an inanimate object isn't gonna fix
I'm
nothing.
getting mad at a lot of things right now. Because it makes no damn sense.
That-
I don't even click on anything. It goes back the page when I try and get it to work.
Okay.
So that's
It's
why I'm getting pissed. A lot of shit is going wrong all at once.
Okay. Plug it back in. Try and see if you can get the touchpad back on. That's all I can suggest.
Doing
Right now.
so.
it's just
So Sonoa's getting
Fortnite?
attacked by a zombie, right? She's using the
no.
thing
It's
she does.
no because it is at the end of its 10-foot chain. It's reaching for. It cannot attack it.
Okay.
It's
10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Sonoma, put the damn thing out of its misery. Cat.
She's definitely
She's
She's
definitely-
muted.
So
Okay.
she's making faces at it, right? She's gonna shoot it with a firebolt till it dies.
Okay, make your attack.
13.
I'm gonna walk back over.
No.
Bitch, she wasn't here.
It's on fire. You leave him be. So he is currently on fire.
I'll just hit him again.
Okay.
Miss.
He's not dead yet.
22 for 2.
Not dead yet.
12 for 9.
Okay. Okay. It falls over. No. Your new friend is very dead.
She's still deafened. That's why I
It
did
already
it.
was dead though.
Ritual surveys the kitchen.
It
Is
very
everything
dead.
rotting? Like, is it all bad?
No.
Okay, so the
You say
zombies
if
are
it-
cooking up some fresh meals.
Or somebody was.
And actually,
No.
Definitely muted, bitch.
No, yeah. She's not no more.
No.
He's still dead.
How did Cookman can't even get to these tables?
Reginald
you know,
would go here.
so
and
I'd
say
actually,
to his party, guys, there's. Actually, I haven't seen that yet. Never mind. Sorry.
It's a zombie cat. You can't heal it.
Reginald will carefully open the door, like
No.
put his ear to it.
You hear nothing.
He'll open the door as quietly as he can.
It is a larder, hanging meats, and etc. You see a small trap door in the far corner.
Alright. Is anything here locked, or is it all unlocked?
Let me see. You don't see it. Nothing seems to be come across here.
Original close the door.
At this point, Bull, your ritual goes off. There is no magic within 30 feet. Outside of the magic of a horse, the magic of a bard, and the magic
Magic of friendship.
and I think you guys. I don't think you guys are at friendship yet. You might be at the magic
No,
of
because
tolerance.
I'm using that to have the door slam Reginald in the butt.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So, is my 10 minute done, or makes it like casting? Or is all this shenanigans going around me?
Yeah.
Lady, gentlemen, we have a situation.
what's up?
Something leads downwards. I'd rather not go alone.
I don't think I can fit through there.
I say, how do you get downstairs? You're all
I
horse.
know, that's my point. If it's not stairs, I don't think I can go down.
You guys haven't
Okay.
opened it. You don't know if it's stairs or not.
You haven't.
I'm just pointing out the obvious to Reginald.
I'm gonna say this now.
If somebody
my
wants to
mouth-
give, oh,
Sorry.
go for it. No,
I
go
was
for
gonna
it.
say, if this screws up one more time, I'm just not calling it a night, and I'm gonna apologize thoroughly.
Turn on your trackpad.
Yeah, I would go through the process. Take a few minutes, turn your trackpad on, and just fix it.
I did.
So if the mouse keeps breaking down, just use that bar. Has Mark found the lockbox yet?
Yes, Mark, you found the lockbox.
Yay!
In the lockbox, which is unlocked, by the way,
What? Alright.
is 74 gold pieces,
Nice.
93 silver, and 213 copper.
Put that in chat.
Oh,
I will dump that in chat really quick.
is there any usable alcohol left behind this bar yet?
Do you want to trust zombie alcohol?
Nope.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be useful for Molotov.
True.
That's fair, I guess.
Oh, sorry. 213 copper pieces, not silver pieces.
Alright,
No,
No,
so
no,
you
it's
guys
silver. First time goes.
you guys found the trapdoor. Okay.
Note, nobody has gone upstairs at this time.
Fine,
Thought
let's
somebody
go up.
was.
No, they were looking, Micken and SG.
Should we go upstairs?
You can go upstairs. There's stuff to find upstairs.
Yay!
Okay,
No,
fine.
I love his. He's the upstairs then. Original
I'd,
dagger,
I'd
too.
like to examine behind the bar to see if there's anything that can be useful.
You find a battered club. You were pretty sure it was made out of a chair leg at one point. Very similar to the club that Three Finger Cody ended up threatening you with.
Same as Claire, I guess.
You find the now empty lockbox. You don't find any beer, though. That's something you start to notice, is there's no barrels of alcohol anywhere.
That is absolutely strange.
It's up to you, Mark.
I'm rich.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out.
You're
Hey
an
guys,
asshole.
I'm gonna shout out to the group. Hey guys, there's definitely more going on here than we think. There's absolutely there's not even beer behind this bar, so we're neck deep in something.
Alright, I went upstairs.
Okay. Go ahead. Everybody who went upstairs, you four, give me perception checks.
Another perception. Oh, no.
I was in my damn computer room. And there does it in.
Hey,
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
That's
So, Mark, you find 3 sets of fine male clothes covered in wine and other fluids you don't care to figure out. Actorio, you find 4 sets of fine women's lingerie.
Oh, God.
Why?
Now, Nicken, are you more interested in money or equipment?
Yes.
Money?
I don't know. Anybody got a quarter? Let's flip a coin on this.
Okay, tell me 1 or 2.
How about
3.
this? I roll a dice. A
That's what we're
4-cent
doing.
dice. If it's even, we'll say the equipment. If it's odd, we'll say money.
Okay.
Even equipment.
Okay. So, Reginald, you find 31 GP,
Okay.
72 silver,
Nice.
and 18 copper pieces.
Okay.
I have posted them. Micken, you find a fine silver dagger, missing its sheath.
Eh.
And that's all you guys find. The bed, you really don't think you want the bed spreads?
No.
No, Mark, you found fine clothing soiled with fluids.
That's useless then.
Okay. For the fine silver dagger, can I use it as a weapon? Or
Yes,
do I just hold on to it?
it's a silver dagger. It
Yeah.
works as a dagger. There are
Okay.
certain enemies that a silver weapon would be more effective against.
Vampires.
Lichens.
I've thought of the question,
There you
but
go,
I'm
Mark.
pretty sure I shouldn't actually ask it.
Ask.
Okay. What
You
does
said I
that do
found-
for damage?
It's just a dagger. It's a D4.
D4 plus strength or dex.
You said I found some lingerie.
Yep.
Does it look decent enough that it could
Oh
be
my-
resold
come
for something
on.
else?
Wow.
They are fine women's lingerie.
What was it, D4?
Yep, it's just a dagger. 1d4 damage plus strength or dex.
Screw it, just be weird. I'm gonna pick that crap up.
Okay.
Way down the stairs. Well, I found some money. Any of you find anything?
I found a very nice dagger on to hold on to.
Excellent.
So, fine
Oh no,
silver dagger,
Mark's typing.
strength. Yeah.
There's always
Eh.
some weirdo who will buy that stuff.
That's what I'm counting on.
Okay.
All right, so while you guys are upstairs, I'm going to cut back to Bull. Is there anything you want to do?
Am I still casting? Because I have no clue. Take 10 minutes and more than 10 minutes pass. I'm still been casting that magic, so you told me if I finish it or not.
You finished it. There is no magic nearby.
Just the normal magic that the rest of us are using.
Yeah, just the magic that you
Us freaks.
associated with casting.
Then I will just go to the door. I'll
Does
make
this
it.
do slashing or?
It's piercing.
Thank you.
Yep, you stab. You don't slice. Cat, what have you been doing for the last 10 minutes while these 4 intrepid heroes are on a panty raid?
I was looking for money.
Okay, well,
Find
the
out
panty
that
raiders are panty raiding. I was mourning the loss of my new friend and plotting revenge on Reginald, and also trying to figure out how to open this trapdoor.
There's a ring.
You're a horse.
There's a ring that you could open feasibly.
Yeah, no, I open it.
Logic.
There's a there is a narrow but traversable staircase leading down.
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
yell. I head back downstairs. Says I don't trust her.
Hold on, it takes us time. They got their
Yeah.
thing first.
Yeah,
Now wait
Ah.
back here.
this is
Everyone
all
get back
happening
over
at
there.
once.
Everybody
It's
get back
fine.
over there.
It doesn't,
Okay.
Mitch. It's totally fine. They cannot affect the situation.
What'd you do, Cat?
Oh no.
Nothing yet.
Yet.
What do you do, Cat? Oh, and somebody dropped.
Okay.
Mitchell? No. That's Jane.
Cats.
Oh, Cat dropped.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's gone.
Also,
Well, so it's about 2.5 hours in. If you guys want to just call this a short session, and
Yeah.
next time we can dive into the dungeon.
Okay.
Cool.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, it gives me time to try and figure out what the hell's happening with my computer.
All right. So, I will
That was
see
fun.
you guys next time. You guys got
Alright.
a little bit of a nice little fight, and we will see you. I will see you next time. And you are
Alright.
here.